the high. So before I get go too far, I want to make sure the particular help I'm looking for. Like I more or less picked the car.
Okay.
I need since it's interstate, and the dealer obviously knows that there's a lot of room for them to put in bullshit charges on
Yeah.
the final paperwork.
Yep.
So whilst I want to make sure that they have some money. Obviously, I don't want to be sucked dry either. So I guess uh, like I'm basically all what I'm asking for is a reasonable deal that is successfully concluded with no drama at the F&I room. I'm not interested in wringing out every last dollar because I've done one of these deals like that where the dealership lost money on the front end and they were really pressuring me on the back end to earn it back with all sorts of warranties and whatnot.
Yep.
So I guess um, so in your estimation, how much of your caseload has been interstate sales?
It's about 60% is interstate, and about
Okay, all right,
40,
and
40% is within the state.
okay, all right, okay, and okay, so I guess my big question is, uh, what things do you do to try and have them? Because um, you can obviously make all the plans, and they can promise all they want and have this tentative deal, but until it's all bullshit until I finalize it at the end. So what strategies do you have to prevent them from knowing that you traveled a long distance to add junk at the end?
Yeah, great question, Alan, and I appreciate you sharing your concern in greater detail. We
Mm-hmm.
face this challenges every single time,
Mm-hmm.
given the fact that several clients have the taste of the vehicle what they are looking for is
Mm-hmm.
not necessarily that they will find it within the same state.
Mm-hmm.
So we are
And
a
I already know.
yeah.
I've looked. I mean, I've already looked for months. There'll be very unlikely one of this that a suitable um, uh, one will show up in my state. And quite frankly, I don't know if I would be paying for a concierge if it was a car I could test drive before negotiating.
Yeah, sure. So, a very good point. So, we are a concierge where we provide virtual remote support service to all of our clients across the USA and Canada. We have
Mm-hmm.
done in-state, out-of-state deals. Over
Mm-hmm.
900 plus clients we have served to date. And so we have
Okay.
systematic process on how we do it before you put in your hard-earned money to purchase the car, sight unseen, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
that's a big gamble. That's a big
Mm-hmm.
risk what needs
Yes.
to be taken. And
So
especially
what? Yeah. So what steps do you take to
absolutely.
minimize that chance as much? Like for me, I'm willing to put down $1,000, which is what they're asking for a
Hmm.
non-deposit refundable deposit.
Non-refundable deposit.
I want to touch the car before I pay the end amount.
Sure. So first things first is we don't go for non-refundable deposit because you are lock in your hard-earned money and let's say touch wood, but if you don't like the car, your
Mm-hmm.
$1,000 are gone. So
Mm-hmm.
we have a creative and a practical process in place
Mm-hmm.
executed by our team to make
Mm-hmm.
sure that the deposit what we put in is always 100% refundable. Point number
Okay.
one. Yeah.
Okay.
So the
All
dealer
right.
will say, yeah,
So
go ahead.
assuming they go, assume so you have some way to convince them to accept a a refundable deposit. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Big assumption that they'll play along. So I guess because all of the dealerships I've ever dealt with claim that the deposit is the phone deposit is non-refundable. Like, how do you convince them that to make it refundable?
Sure. So the dealerships will tell you that the deposits are non-refundable just so that they can lock you in. And even
Yes.
if you don't like the car, they
Yes.
increase the
Obviously, would
confidence
have your money.
of
Yes.
them selling the car, right?
Yes.
And we don't want to fall in the tactics and the sales practice what they do. So
Yes.
point number one is that we have a method in place through which the deposit what you will make will be refundable if you don't like the car. Second,
Okay.
and we will not put down your social security number to do
Mhm.
any finance or lease application until
Okay.
and unless we are 100% certain that that is the car what you are
Oh,
looking.
and actually, I'm paying cash.
Okay,
Uh,
great. So we
so
don't have to worry about the applications and everything. Let's come to the cash part of it.
okay.
Now, as it is out of state deal, is it a new car or a pre-owned?
It's a used car.
It's a used car.
That makes it a bit more complicated.
Absolutely,
Even
absolutely. Yes.
um,
A-
and that's why me test driving before I paid the full amount is so vital. Like, if it was a new car, I will be more amenable to to um to do to go back to the COVID days of buying a car before driving. Because the car, like the model itself, I've already driven. I've rented the car. I know, my wife and I know what to expect.
Okay, great. So for the used car, we have to be extra diligent. We have to be very
Mhm,
careful before we
mhm,
put down the deposit or even pay to the dealership or do a wire transfer. So
mhm.
there are four steps which we take. Number one is that we do a thorough Carfax and auto check report review. So
Okay.
dealerships have practices that, let's say, touch wood, but if the car is in fender bender or in an accident, let's say on
Mhm.
September 15th, they will
Okay.
only show you the Carfax till September 10th.
Uh-huh.
So they will show you
Oh, so basically you'll pull the Carfax again.
till the day when we purchase the car. So
Uh,
today, today is October 1st. So we'll pull the Carfax report till September 30th. So
okay.
that assures us that the car is in good condition as
Mhm.
advertised and marketed by the dealership. Point number
Okay.
one. And we not only rely on Carfax, but we rely on auto check
Mhm.
report as well.
Okay.
So double diligence is better. Second,
Okay.
we ask the dealership for the complete dealership inspection report. It is called DIR.
Yeah, and they've been reluctant to hand it over so
Ex-
far. Yes,
Yes,
I'm aware of the CPO report, which they've been very reluctant to hand over.
correct. So we have a mechanism and a practice in place that we will be able to collect that report. Now, the
Okay.
dealership inspection report can be biased because the
Uh-huh.
dealership itself is selling the car and the dealership
Yes.
itself have serviced the vehicle before putting the vehicle in the market. But it's a good step for us to have a diligence in place. The
Mm-hmm.
third and the most important step is that we go for a third party independent review and mechanical inspection process. So
Okay, and I guess the $64,000 question is: do you have someone in Connecticut?
yes, we do.
Okay.
We have people across each state and including major cities whom we
Mm-hmm.
rely on monthly basis. That is one way. Then second way is that there is a nationwide agency through which we
Mm-hmm.
have a partnership where
Uh-huh.
their engineer, wherever the vehicle is, they will
Mm-hmm.
go and do
Mm-hmm.
the inspection and give us a 20-page plus detailed report, which
Okay.
gives us a, yeah.
And that's yep, that's sort of what I'm hoping for, because
Yeah,
it's obviously very hard to just ad hoc find someone in Connecticut who's going to be willing to do this.
yes.
Okay. And now I guess the question is this fee extra, or is it included in so yeah, so is that going to be so for what I've been talking so far? Oh yes, and of course the other factor is it's on the very edge of how far I'm willing to drive it. I would like to get a quote of how much to have a reputable transport, because I know
I'll
business
come to
of
that.
car transporting is
Logistics.
famous sleazy, and obviously I trust that you found good ones.
Yes, yes.
Mm.
So there is a concierge fee, which
Mm.
is the fee directly payable to us. And
Okay.
then there are two separate fees. One is
Okay.
for the third party
Yep.
independent inspection. So we'll
Okay.
do the two local ones and the one nationwide one where we have done the partnership
Okay.
and their fees. And we don't take any commissions.
Okay.
We don't have
And
any.
what's the ballpark money? I know there
Yeah,
might vary. So what sort of money are we talking about?
it's about 150 to $200.
Okay. All right.
Yes. All right.
Okay.
And
And
that gives us
then
the full
I'm happy to give you a zip code. So you and the zip code
piece.
of the dealership in question, so you can give me at least a ballpark um, um, number, so I can think about whether or not this. I have done the drive. I have driven a car to all the way to New York before.
Hmm.
So I can theoretically do it, but it's obviously um, uh, not easy. I want to weigh that against having a transporter.
I'm coming
Um,
to the transport. So the transport will cost $1 per mile.
okay, all
Yeah,
right.
so we work with 11 different shipping companies across the
Mm-hmm,
country, and we have very high reliance and trust because our
mm-hmm,
clients have shipped their cars from Colorado to Miami,
mm-hmm.
from Boston, Massachusetts to Arizona, from
Okay.
Idaho to Wyoming to
Mm-hmm,
California to Ohio. So we have done nationwide cross-country shipping, and we
mm-hmm.
ensure that the car is delivered in pristine or as is condition as
Okay.
it was
And
purchased.
dollar a mile, is this covered or uncovered? And also, I live in a fairly small street.
Sure.
I know it'll be cheaper to send a big uncovered truck with like 12 cars, but I really don't know where such a truck could possibly park. So
No,
it's
that
gonna have.
that is their challenge. We don't have to
Okay.
worry about it. So what
Okay.
happens is they will bring it in a big truck till the
Mm-hmm.
city, and then
Okay.
they transfer the car into a smaller truck, or the
Okay.
last mile or the last 2 miles is
Okay.
usually driven by a chauffeur driver who has
Okay.
the license and
Okay.
proper certification to make sure that
Okay.
they can deliver it in good condition. Now,
Okay.
of course, if you want to go from uncovered to covered
Mm-hmm.
shipping, which is
Mm-hmm.
closed shipping,
Yeah,
then it
yes.
is $1.5 per
Okay.
month.
Okay. All right. I'll think about that. Okay. All right.
Yeah. And so
Okay.
these two services, what I talked about, which is the
Mm,
inspection service as well as the shipping service,
okay.
it's just that we are providing a one-stop shop
Mm,
connect,
yes.
right? So we
Yeah.
just have different partners
Yes. Yes.
whom we
I
get the
understand.
quotation and you, yeah.
And ultimately, I'll probably fly there once I get a satisfactory PPI
Yeah,
and sign the.
pre-purchase inspection is important, correct.
Yeah.
And then we can also coordinate your travel to the dealership. So dealerships are very, very smart.
Mhm,
Even if you take our service or not, this is just a value which I want to
mhm,
share with you as you have come and taken the time to be on the call, is that
mhm.
even if you will put down either a non-refundable or a refundable deposit,
Yes.
the moment you land, they will play the games that, hey, Alan, unfortunately, the car is
Yes, of course they want to play the bait and switch, right? That the vehicle's been sold or whatever, or
correct.
the technically wrong, or disappeared, or they lost the keys. Yes. Mhm,
Yes. So we make them agree that the
mhm.
day when you put down the deposit,
Yes.
legally speaking, they cannot sell, modify,
Mhm.
or do anything to that car for the next 72 hours.
Okay.
Right. And we make them sign. So the dealership finance director or
Okay.
the internet sales manager who
Okay.
has
All
the
right.
ownership of that inventory
Okay.
will sign that document before you
Okay.
book your tickets and travel
I
there.
have to assume you have your ways to persuade them to do this. Like whether or not they'll agree to such things. I'll have to trust you. Okay, so you have some mechanism. Okay, so if they won't play ball, would you refund my money?
So if the dealership play games, let's say are you just focused on buying the car from that one dealership only?
Well, I mean, I've already done some scouring.
But how many
That's
platforms?
probably the
Because
best deal I can see within 500 miles, unless you have secret leads that I don't know about. Um, uh, okay, there is like okay, there are two other cars with the same feature list at these so-called no haggle places. What's your opinion of these no haggle places?
and those cars are usually very expensive and they are
Yes, yeah, I
priced
understand,
way
but
above the market. No
yes,
point of going with them.
but I with those they either will deliver it right to my door, or I can drive to Pittsburgh to look at it without having to fly all the way to New York. And right now with the government shutdown, flying is a bit perilous.
Yes, yes.
Mm,
So,
mm,
see, I'll come to the point. So, as a part of Concierge, we
yes,
never rely on one dealership because we are not
yes,
affiliated with any dealership,
yes, and
either in
and
New
so it
York or
could
in
be
California.
hold on if you understand. Yes,
Correct. Second is that we not only look at about 3 to 4 major platforms which people are aware of. That means you
yes,
would have looked at Auto Trader, Cars.com,
yeah, yeah,
Autolist.com, Carfax.com, etc. We have
yes,
access to more than 22 plus online platforms,
mm-hmm.
plus some of the inside or inner deals listing,
Okay.
which comes to us even before it is listed in the market.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Okay. So,
Third
I,
is
I
that,
guess.
can you tell
Okay.
me
I mean.
the,
Okay. I'll trust that you have. You. So you're basically saying you have insider deals that are not public yet. Okay. I'll take that as your word.
yes.
Okay. Okay. I guess. Uh.
And
These
yes,
no haggle dealerships would because there'll be a transfer fee. Will they play? I doubt
they
they'll play
do.
along
They play
refund.
games. They do play games. So they
Mm-hmm,
show on the facade, that means
mm-hmm,
like in front of the digital display
mm-hmm,
of digital marketing, that it is a no haggle dealership. But what
mm-hmm.
happens is you feel comfortable that okay, that this is the price you are going to pay. But then they will add all the miscellaneous fees such
Oh,
as
so there are a lot of junk fees.
yes, junk fees.
Mm-hmm,
Essentially, thank you for saying that
mm-hmm,
word. So all the window tint fee, security
mm-hmm.
fee,
Yeah,
dealership
yes. Mm-hmm.
miscellaneous fee, package fee, the paint
And
protection,
obviously,
all.
I'm paying you to have them get rid of those
Our
things.
our clients purchase any car, new or used, with only the price of the vehicle and applicable taxes, fees only. No additional dealership junk
Well,
or
I don't know how successful you are in getting with dog fees.
okay,
I've heard.
I'll stop talking. I'll just share my
Okay,
screen to show you.
okay,
So the
okay.
website what you have seen is only
Mm-hmm.
the tip of the iceberg.
Mm-hmm.
The,
Okay.
the iceberg itself is under the roof, and we purposefully don't keep it on the website just
Mm-hmm.
so that because it's a clearly a value
Yeah. Yes.
add and
Mm-hmm.
value proposition for
Okay.
our clients. So
Okay.
I'll just quickly jump onto one of our clients who was looking for a used car, and she had a lot
Yeah.
of preferences in mind. And she was
Uh-huh.
very particular and picky that Neel, I want this, Neel, this needs to be there, etc., etc. So she was looking for a Toyota RAV4 XLE Premium. So we'll fill out this document in a bit during our call as well. We'll understand
Uh-huh.
your exterior color, interior color preference, and she
Yes.
was
Yes.
very clear that it has to be at MSRP. I'm not going to pay a single dollar more, right?
Mm.
And this was right at the offset of COVID. And her search radius was across the USA, and she wanted the vehicle ASAP. And
Okay. And
after that,
one
she,
bargaining chip in my favor is I don't need a car right now. Like if a good deal comes up, great. If not, I don't. I have alternate transportation.
yeah, of course, we'll arrange the transportation. And from the
Mm-hmm.
new, she moved to the pre-owned one, which is a used one. And now you can see how many features she added to that. So completely change her preference in the middle of the engagement process. And she
Mm-hmm.
then said 2020 or newer, 40,000 miles or less, clean title,
Uh-huh.
should come with
Uh-huh.
warranty, yada, yada, yada. This many listings what we did. So you can see
Mm-hmm.
this is just the initial documentation what we did. We also focus on value for money. So yeah, you have some.
Mm-hmm.
So in value for money, what we essentially look is what is the total cost of ownership of the vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
including shipping, applicable shipping and transfer fee. So it's not
Mm-hmm.
about the dealership next door who is offering at $30,000 will go and purchase it. But if a
Mm-hmm.
dealership which is 500 or 1,000 miles away is
Mm-hmm.
offering us at $26,000, and after
Yes.
shipping and everything, it is still landing us at $28,000. It's much better deal than buying it next door.
Oh, excellent. So you understand, for me to take on the risk of a far away
Yeah, we'll
dealership.
calculate your flight tickets, we'll calculate your the shipping, we'll calculate the additional inspection fee, everything which is associated with respect to the vehicle acquisition. So here we
Mm-hmm.
completely did the value for money analysis, all the graphs. I'll not go into the detail. I'm just giving you a very high
Okay.
level.
Well, yep. Okay. All right.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. I
So
mean,
we
okay. I
do
mean,
like
I don't really need the. I mean, I've driven. We have the XC60, which is the little brother of this car. I
correct.
mean, we pretty much know what we want. Yeah.
Yes, and just like so, we had one another client. Just a
Mm-hmm.
second, I'll just pull it
Mm-hmm.
up. David Pelly,
Mm-hmm.
Jonathan
Mm-hmm.
David Pelly, and he was very very particular in terms of all the new listings. So you can
Mm-hmm.
see how many listings we have done. So we
Okay. I
don't take no
mean,
for an answer.
okay.
You
All
can
right.
see we don't stop till you are fully
Okay, all
satisfied.
right. Okay.
Yeah.
I'll
So
be very surprised if you can find even 10 exemplars within the east of the Mississippi.
So
I'll be very surprised.
we don't commit to anything, right? So
Mm-hmm.
because the listings are very scattered, it changes
Mm-hmm.
month over month. It changes where and
Mm-hmm.
how your preferences are evolving. We also
Mm-hmm.
look at all the graphs and the curves associated with that.
Yeah, obviously
Yes.
you love your Excel. Yeah, you
Yeah,
obviously love
yeah.
Excel. Yeah.
I come from a deep mathematics background, so
Yes.
we don't
Wow.
take
Wow.
yeah.
Yep. This is a very cerebral way of dealing with. Yes. And yes, this is the first broker who understands that the further away the dealership is, the better the deal it has to be for me to think about it.
Absolutely. Otherwise, it doesn't make sense. You are
Mm.
rather better off paying to the next door
Yeah,
dealership.
obviously,
Yes.
I would rather down pay, like if the right car landed in a higher, I'd pay easily $5,000 more for it, because there's such a big risk associated with this interstate business.
Interstate business, and there is a lot of nuances also associated with it. We also have to understand whether the out of state dealership is factoring in the state fees or they are
Mm-hmm.
not factoring in the state
Yeah,
fees,
yeah, yes,
right?
yes, yes,
Because
yes.
they will say, yeah, Alan, we are giving you the OTD price at this, but then
Yeah,
if you
yes,
don't
and
read
then
the
they don't put
contract,
in the proper sales tax. Yeah, I know. Well,
yeah.
I mean, I know Ohio doesn't have a lot of registration fees. It's mostly the 6.75% sales tax. I know that much.
Absolutely. So
Mm.
we look at whether they have calculated exact sales tax. So
Mm-hmm.
we see, Alan, for us, all of this is very, very important because at the end of the day, when you are going to purchase the car through us, we want to
Mm-hmm.
make sure that you have purchased at the best negotiated price so that you will
Okay.
inform like five other people. And if you
Okay.
feel that you have overpaid for your vehicle, we'll go out of business.
Okay. All right. I mean, there's a bit of a agency. Like, I don't necessarily need the best deal. Like as I said,
You want a good deal with
I
convenience.
personally prioritize less, because, as I said, I've experienced deals where the dealership has lost money. It is very unpleasant.
Correct. So our objective is not one is two things which we have mentioned on the website:
Mm-hmm.
cost savings and convenience. We
Mm-hmm.
want it to be a convenient and a hassle-free experience for you, so
Mm-hmm.
that you can get the car without the headaches. And
Mm-hmm.
trust me, till the final hour of the
Mm-hmm.
purchase, let's say apart from this one dealership where you are already connected, none of the dealership will ever get to know that this is a car being sourced and negotiated for Mr. Allen till the hour.
So
Yeah.
you pretend to be someone else and you do a last minute switcheroo.
Absolutely. Otherwise, you will be bombarded with phone
Yeah,
calls, emails, and
yeah,
text
yeah.
messages throughout the day. Our
Yes.
clients wants complete convenience
Yes.
and they don't want to be bogged down by dealership sales tactics.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yep.
also, the person who will speak with you will not be the front office sales executive. It will be
Mm-hmm.
someone who is a manager, where
Mm-hmm.
we have the written agreement of the final price of the vehicle so that there is no back and forth or last minute surprises in terms of the total price that you have to pay. And
Mm-hmm.
it is also getting reserved with $1,000 refundable deposit for 72 hours, so you can easily fly there, take it
Okay.
for a spin, and then after that, if you feel, you can drive it back, or we can put it on a truck,
Mm-hmm.
load it on a
Okay.
truck, and get it delivered to your doorstep. So,
Okay. All right.
yeah,
I mean, I mean, you have a compelling proposition here. And you understand. Yeah, it looks like you really understand all the standard pain points of the buying process. So I guess if uh, actually, this is my birthday today. I don't know why I doing this, but
happy
I
birthday.
don't need to sleep on it, but should I want to go ahead? What's going to be the next steps?
Sure, Alan. And wishing you a wonderful birthday. And I
Mm-hmm.
think that allow me to give you this gift
Mm-hmm.
because you and I both have one thing in common. We both are minority in the
Yes.
US, right?
Mm-hmm.
I grew up in India and I moved to
Yes.
US in 2011. And
Mm-hmm.
this I started because I felt that this is not right in 2018 and 19. After
Yes, I mean
coming back,
I've had dealerships add points to try
yeah,
to add points to my lease and things like that. I'm way aware of the discrimination that can
yep.
happen. So that's why I'm not really necessarily want to wring every last dollar. I just want the deal that was promised.
Correct. And you
Mm.
want the car to be in as condition. You don't want
Yes.
them to remove like some of the
Yep.
accessories before they
Yes.
deliver you the car.
Yes. Yes.
And you wouldn't believe, just last thing before coming to the next step, is that when I was walking to the dealership, the moment that they get to know that I'm an Indian, they will
Mm-hmm.
route me to another dealership car sales executive. And I
Mm-hmm.
felt very heterogeneous and I
Mm-hmm.
felt very sad about it. And I'm like,
Yes.
there has to be a better way. And that led to the inception and incorporation of this. And it's been
Mm-hmm.
5 years, 900 plus clients, more than 200 plus reviews, which we have on Google. And we are very fortunate to even have served some of the NFL and NBA players. I can't name names
Okay, well, I
because
mean,
they make us sign
okay, so
NDAs. Yeah.
obviously you're the first person to take race head-ons. Very good on you. You're already half the way there because none of the other people I've ever spoken about this want to admit race is a factor. Yeah, so the fact that you want to address this head-on, you're already half the way in. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And so the next step is we'll quickly fill out a client requirement form. So just to understand your preferences.
Yes,
Uh,
and
yeah.
maybe this is the first time ever I have negative features. There's certain cars with certain features that I actually don't want. For example, 22-inch wheels because the roads in Ohio are shit. If these giant wheels, they'll get punctures all the time. If I get that with 22-inch, I'm basically gonna have to downgrade at my costs. I
Yep.
don't know if you dealt with that before, yeah, but
Yeah,
I'll
we
be
do. We do.
negative.
And you wouldn't believe, but we have this one feature. Let me show you this.
Mhm.
So we were just going to fill it out. Even before you said it, must not have. So we exactly asked what you don't want. So
Yeah,
we'll
and
put
you're the first one to think to understand there are negative features.
yes.
Yep, and yep. That's already a big yeah because let's just say Carriage doesn't have this negative feature thing. Yeah.
Correct. So we always ask what you want and what you don't want, and
Mm-hmm.
we'll make sure that we'll eliminate those options even before we present it to you, so that you are not
Mm-hmm.
wasting your time. Now,
Mm-hmm.
this is the form which will fill it out, but I also
Yeah.
want to make sure that you are aware about our fees, because unlike
Yes.
dealership, I'll not be like the one where I'll disclose it at the very end or will not
Mm-hmm.
share it with you and
Yes.
randomly will send you the invoice. We don't
Mm-hmm.
practice in that way. So
Okay.
our fees are $1,000, all
Okay.
inclusive from start to finish, right?
Mm-hmm.
Of which $500 is payable as we kick off, as we initiate the engagement today on your
Okay.
special day of birthday. And then
Mm-hmm.
the next $500 is only applicable once you are fully satisfied, once you get your vehicle delivered at your doorstep.
Oh, okay, and that's obviously you charge a bit more than others, but this holdback money, you've obviously thought about this.
Yeah, because we,
Yeah,
we
I mean
make,
the fact because a
you
lot of
can,
places don't allow this holdback money. That most places want the money up front, and therefore have no incentive to work hard afterwards.
correct.
Yeah.
We
Mm-hmm.
can only raise the second part of the invoice once you are fully satisfied. This
Mm-hmm.
assures you that my team will be on the toes every single day of the week to make sure
Mm-hmm.
that we are delivering, we are fulfilling your expectation. We'll
Mm-hmm.
also coordinate the PPI, we'll also coordinate your travel, we'll also
Okay.
coordinate the shipping if applicable, and
Okay.
ensuring that it is getting delivered at your doorstep. Once you
Okay.
are happy, take it for a spin.
Mm-hmm.
We request you take a selfie or take a picture, send it to us that you are
Mm-hmm.
fully satisfied. Then only my accounting team will raise the second and
Mm-hmm.
final part of the invoice.
Okay, I mean, yeah, the fact that you're volunteering, hold back money, yeah, that is extremely compelling because pretty much everyone else I've heard wants their money up front.
Yes. And
Mm-hmm.
so because I'm doing this to save your money, I'm not doing this to make a living, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because if I want to really be super rich, I would be working at a dealership.
Well, I mean, but
Yeah.
of course, right now being a dealership is not so great.
Yeah, and I don't want to make money in unethical way,
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
right? Because what goes around
yes,
comes around.
there's a well way to really make money from dealership. You either have to prosper at the paints the sorrow of others, or you have to add on all these bullshit fees. Yeah.
Bullshit fees. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So is
Mm-hmm.
that comfortable with you? Shall we
Yeah,
fill
yeah.
out
I
the
mean,
form?
um, I was initially skeptical, but the fact that you volunteered hold back money, yeah, that and you understand the concept that the further the dealership, the better the deal has to be. Yeah, I mean, um, as I said, I do need to sleep on it, but um, you pretty much got me most of the way. If I have any final questions, I'll email you or text. I'll email you. But yeah, I'm surprised. I'm pleasantly surprised. You've obviously thought about every objection someone could have and addressed it.
Thank you, Alan. This means very nice to
Yeah,
hear this,
yeah,
and
yeah, yeah.
I
Because my big
appreciate.
worry with these brokers is that they want the money up front and therefore have no incentive to work hard after they get the money. Yeah, and obviously the holdback money sells that.
Yes, and it's not about that. Even if once you make a $500 payment, and
Mm-hmm.
the moment you see the communication, coordination, and everything from our end,
Mm-hmm.
there is a tiered way of us. You will get a welcome handbook, a client handbook also, where in level one, one of my associate concierge will be the point of contact. In level two, we have a manager and a client
Mm-hmm.
lead, head of the client communication.
Mm-hmm.
He will be in communication with you, and in level three, it's me directly, the founder and CEO. So all of
Mm-hmm. Okay.
three of our phone numbers and emails are given to you. And in every email communication which will
Mm-hmm.
happen, I'll be
Mm-hmm.
marked in CC to make sure that I'm aware of what is going on in order
Okay.
to deliver a great experience for you. We have
Okay.
internally, we have two standing meetings daily, one in the morning and
Mm-hmm.
one in the evening, so that we are in touch, we are in sync, and we also keep a counter and a clock to see how many days have gone by and what are the activities which are
Mm-hmm.
pending from our side, or if we need any feedback from your end. So it's a very iterative, very dynamic process. and it's a
Mm-hmm.
flat fee. So even if your preference evolves, color evolves,
Mm-hmm.
distance evolves, multiple inspection takes place,
Uh-huh.
if you have to travel
Yes.
2 times, everything is inclusive. So we'll not
Okay.
again do like
All right. I
nickel
mean,
and dime.
obviously,
Yeah.
the fact that I have to travel really limits like how many times I do this. Yeah. I mean, I really, really want this to to be good on the first time. Like it's
Correct.
uh,
So we
a
take all the
gigantic
steps to be
pain. Trust me, I will not be playing games. Like I really don't like the car buying process. Like I would only turn down a car if there's something seriously like we can't, because I already know, I already rented the car. I know what to expect. I already know the foibles of the car. Yeah, yeah. It's
and don't
just
worry, even
mm,
even before you travel, so we ask
mm,
the dealership, so we can even get
mm,
on a FaceTime video, which is one
mm,
another process which we do.
uh-huh.
Sure that in the real daylight time you can see the car 360, because in
Mm-hmm.
photos sometimes we might not see whether it has a bent or
Yeah.
a dent or any very
Yes.
large
And
scratches, etc.,
and
etc.
the photo work of that dealership in question isn't the best. Yes.
Correct, correct. So
Yes.
we do that one more screening, which I forgot to tell you in between, is that the
Mm,
FaceTime three-way video with
mm,
me or with
mm,
one of my team members,
mm,
with the dealership salesperson and you, and then they
mhm,
will go a 360 spin, and they will
mhm,
also do the
mm,
ignition in front while
mhm,
on the call, so that you can
mhm,
hear the sound of the engine and ensure
mhm,
that everything is like it's in good
mm.
condition, and then
Okay.
take the final step to travel. But what I
Okay.
wanted to share is that even you will not be in a situation where if you say no, we take no, and then we move on to looking for second option.
Okay.
So you don't have
Mhm.
to worry what will Neil and the company would think, right? Your
Okay. I mean,
happiness, your preference is our highest priority.
yes. Yeah, but pretty much like the only other thing is basically I'll tell you this already. My wife gets car sick very easily, and she needs air suspension, and there's not a lot of cars under 6 figures that has air suspension. So pretty, and we already know what air suspension is in the smaller version. So we already know what to expect.
Mm-hmm.
I know that the entertainment system can be a bit temperamental, and we know what to do with. And we already know that's the best deal. I mean, um, if there are some other car that's less than 6 figures that has, yeah. So as I said, you've obviously spent a lot of time refining the process. Uh, you're you're really uh, I'm really pleasantly surprised. For the first time, I've talked to a few brokers. Yeah, this is the first time I've been pleasantly surprised.
Thank you, Alan.
Mm-hmm.
This means a
Mm-hmm.
lot to us,
Yeah.
and
Mm-hmm.
we'll definitely find the
Mm-hmm.
vehicle what your wife is preferring to, and
Um,
also,
mhm.
yeah.
Yes. Mm-hmm. Um, and um, and the I mean the first deal we're working on, she's already looked at the photos of the car. She's already happy with the color combinations, and to save to avoid uh unnecessary legwork. If you present me with other cars, one of the first things is to have the color combination and send it to my wife to have her approve the color combination before you do much more. Yeah.
Yeah, and so the first thing, as I'm just taking this form as just the collection,
Mm.
but the
Yes.
first thing what we would request is the exact car what you have found right now,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll
Yes.
initiate the outreach with that dealership to begin with.
Mm-hmm.
It's not that we will go and spend like 2 weeks to find new options for you. That would be a
Mm-hmm.
parallel process in work.
Uh-huh.
But if you have like 5 listings what you have already found, send
Uh,
it to us.
yes.
Also work on
And
those
I mean,
dealerships.
as I said, if you have like mystery, secret deals in Ohio, obviously I would love that, but I suspect not. I've already braced myself that I'm gonna have to travel. Yeah.
Noted, noted. And so,
Mhm.
is there a way you can share that listing with us while we are on the call?
So sure, I can. I'll happily email this when we hang
Okay.
up. Yeah.
Sure. So you can email it to us. In the meantime, I'll just take a quick notes if that's okay with you.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah. So by when do you want the vehicle? Within 2 weeks?
Okay,
Within
I'll put it this way.
yeah.
I called Marcus on Monday to wire the money to my checking account. The amount of money is in my checking account.
Okay. So you are
How
looking for
serious I am.
ASAP. Let me put it ASAP. Okay.
Well, like this weekend I have things to do because I'm trying to celebrate my birthday. But I know there's an incentive that ends. There's a $1,250 incentive that ends at October 31st. So I guess that's sort of my deadline.
Okay, before October. I'll put 20th for the team so that they
Yeah.
we have 10 days as a buffer in the end.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
What is the year range you are looking at?
23 to 24. Because any older, it's a different. It's a pre-refresh, and any newer, the depreciation hasn't worked its magic yet.
Noted. What is the make and the model?
Okay, it's a Volvo XC90,
Sure.
and the trim is ultimate. But on top of that, there's two other things. Basically, this is the loaded sink thing I want. Basically, pretty much I want everything. um, and the hard thing is you'll often find one of the so basically want the fancy speaker sound system and the air suspension together, and often you'll see one or the other, very rarely both. That's gonna be your challenge.
Okay, fancy sound system and air suspension, right?
Yeah, yes. I'll send you the exact names of the things there.
Okay, and if it, as it is a pre-owned, do you have any preference that it should
Um,
be less than?
Probably less than 28,000 miles.
Okay.
Like if it's a smidge, if it's a hair high, especially in a higher. Okay, so I will entertain slightly more if it's in a higher. I'll tell you that.
If it is where?
If you can find something with higher mileage in that's otherwise suitable, but with more miles in a higher, I will consider it.
Okay. Fine.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. And then
Color.
okay, so in descending preference, blue, black, white, silver, but not matte gray.
Okay.
And then interior, in descending order, brown, black, slate, but not white or blonde.
Sorry, brown, black.
Slate, which is gray. No,
Okay.
no, slate. SLATE.
Oh, SLAT. Okay. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And but not white or blonde.
Or beige.
Yes.
Okay. Must-haves?
Isn't the must-haves
The
is
same thing. Premium sound and air
is
suspension.
it's it's the 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 fancy the B and W sound system and the air suspension. And nice to have is the so-called lounge package, and then yeah, I'll follow up with the exact like the sample of something that with the exact terms in the Moroni label. Yeah.
Sure. All right. So must not haves you were talking
I
about.
must not have is 22-inch wheels. Or the transportation. I doubt there'll be that much room for you to make it worthwhile.
Yeah. And what is your budget?
Um, so um, so um, about excluding warranty, $62,000. guess including the sales tax. I can go slightly more, but
Is it
mhm.
is it fine? And you're
Yeah,
planning
yeah, yeah.
by
Hmm.
cash?
Like because well, first of all, the interest rates aren't that good right now, and two, every deal that we've ever done, my wife is the breadwinner, and they always expect her to show up in person, and there's absolutely no way she's going to fly anywhere to go to that dealership to sign anything.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. It makes sense. And it's
Um,
much easier. There is no headache of like, what is the
yeah.
APR, what is the down payment, etc., etc.
Yeah, and there's just too many things to quarter, and then obviously no trading as well because I would have to transport it, and it's just too messy.
Yeah, so for the trade, we'll come to it. So if you're planning for the trade, we have another option as well. So the way
Yeah,
we help
I
on the
mean,
new cars at
yeah,
the lowest price, we help sell the car at the highest price.
okay. I'm interested in helping in. Mhm.
Yeah, and we only request our payment for the old vehicle once you sell the vehicle.
Okay, all right.
Again,
So I assume you have a network of buyers who want to buy new cars. I mean, buy used cars. Is that what you're saying?
so it's not a network of buyers. It is mainly the way we list down all options on the new car.
Hmm.
For your old car, which you will figure out to
Hmm.
sell once you get this
Yes,
Volvo XC90,
yes.
would
Hmm.
be in a way where we first of all collect the interior and exterior photos of your
Yeah.
car, your vehicle identification number, the make,
Hmm.
the model, the
Yes.
miles, etc.
All that jazz and.
All that details will collect, and then
Hmm.
we'll do an internal marketing to more than
Hmm.
100 plus dealerships within
Oh,
100-mile radius only, within
oh
100-mile
wow. Okay.
radius.
I mean,
Yeah.
that's impressive.
Yes. And then we let them compete to get your business by giving the highest appraisal offer.
Mm.
So the
Okay.
dealership which pays us the most gets
Mhm.
your vehicle.
Okay. 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 I mean, I can't really argue with that. I really wasn't expecting you to do so much but if you, I'll trust your word that you have a network of dealers who
Correct.
want to.
And
Uh,
we share you the top three offers. You
mhm,
can compare it with KBB, you can compare it
mhm,
with any other online
mhm.
options. It's
Uh-huh.
always on the higher side than that. And our
Yes.
fees is only $500. And we
Mm.
only collect the fees where you are actually pocketing more money than just you are selling it by yourself. Then only
Yes.
shows you the
Yes.
value.
Obviously, I expect more than what I can get from CarMax. Obviously, yeah.
Exactly. So
Mm,
we
mm,
work very hard to get
mm,
you the offer more than the Car
mm.
Max or
Okay.
KPP. And we also coordinate the final, I would say, the inspection at the dealership, so that if
Okay.
they kind of blow all the bells and whistles and try to nickel and dime again, we say,
Uh-huh.
you already agreed on this price. And
Okay.
so
All right.
we again have all those tactics.
And I do have the title in hand. I'll
Yeah,
say that.
okay, then it's even great. Then
Mm,
we make sure that you get paid in a
mhm.
cashier's check
Yeah.
from the dealership the moment
Mhm.
you're stepping out of the dealership. So
Mhm.
it's
Yes, because
not,
I've played game. Okay, I did do a deal during the pandemic, and they were playing. It basically took f- almost 8 weeks after the title passed on to the dealership for me to get the final check. They were playing all these games. Like the check
it's
was
stupid.
late, and you didn't list both parts. Yeah, it was, yeah, all sorts of games of delay. Yeah. I definitely want the check. I'm not walking away from the dealership without a cashier's check in hand. Yeah, I'll say that much. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so we'll be coordinating that till the final hour so
Mm-hmm.
that you are assured of the payment. And that's
Mm-hmm.
why we don't do third party. So if you
Mm-hmm.
feel that you want to list it on Facebook Marketplace and
Yeah,
sell
yeah,
it
yeah. That's way
immediately,
too, and obviously that's way too messy. Yeah.
yeah, way too messy. We don't
Mm-hmm.
want to deal with that because in order to just make 50 or $100
Yeah.
more,
Yes,
you are
it's
meeting
way too
any
much
random
trouble.
people.
Yeah,
We never know,
and the
like,
risk of bad checks. Yeah, all that stuff. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. And if they take your Subaru for a spin and
Mm.
touch wood
Crash your
again, but if they hit it up on the highway or on the freeway, what happens, right?
Yes,
So
yes, yes.
it's much better to just give it to a dealership,
Yeah, yeah.
but let the dealership fight for your business.
Yeah.
So
Okay. All right. I
yeah,
mean, if you have a network, all the better. But I'll guess I guess once
yeah,
I'll
we'll do it after the Volvo
probably
XC90.
hit
Yeah.
Thursday or Friday. Um, uh, but as I said, initially I was skeptical, but as I said, yeah, you obviously have an answer for any objection I have.
It's coming out of the experience,
Mhm,
first-hand
mhm,
experience of
mhm,
buying more than 5 vehicles in the last
mhm,
5 years,
mhm,
and also working with multiple clients who are just looking for a $10,000 vehicle, all the
mhm,
way to $2.5 million luxury cars.
mhm,
So
mhm,
we have catered to all different clientele, and we understand where each and everyone is coming from and
mhm,
how to best serve you, to make
mhm,
sure that you are happy at the end of the day. So we
mhm.
are
And of
completely,
course you have the further leg up. You understand racism, and I presume you've done everything in your processes to minimize that problem.
yes, yes. And that's
Mm,
why racism does not come into the play, because by the
mm.
time they get to know who is the buyer, they have less than 1 hour to make the deal.
Always. So okay. So yes, I understand. You basically have a potential buyer, and you just switch you at the very last minute.
Yeah, very last minute. And we only share their contact with you, and you will be
Mhm,
making a call to make sure that they're not calling you at a random hour. And
mhm,
only we facilitate that once all of the inspection, all of the due diligence, all the
mhm,
review, everything is
mhm,
completed, done and dusted. And you
mhm,
will let the team know, hey guys, I'm now ready to wire the money, or I'm ready to
mhm.
travel there, take the flight,
Uh-huh.
and then
Uh-huh.
let's just go ahead and make the reservation. So during
Okay.
that
Okay.
time only the dealership will get to know that it is for Mr. Allen. Till that
Mm-hmm.
time they have no visibility.
Mm-hmm. Okay. All right. Okay. So excellent. So you're the first one to think of the switcheroo business. So yeah. Yeah. So excellent. As I said, yeah, you'll hear from me Thursday or Friday. But yeah, I mean, if I think of anything, I'll message you. But you probably will have a good answer anyway. But yeah. Yeah.
No, please
So,
ask
as I
all
said,
your questions. Please ask
yeah,
all your
yes.
questions. We
Yeah,
want,
yeah. So
yeah.
so yeah, thanks so much for talking for so long and in your time. As I said, I'm going to try to have a good dinner tonight. And as I said, you'll hear from me Thursday or Friday. Okay.
Okay, we will wait to hear back from you on
Okay.
first thing in the morning on
Okay.
Friday. In the
Okay. Oh,
meantime, if you can share some of the Volvo listings which you have
sure.
shortlisted, so at least
Okay.
our team can initiate the market research.
Okay. Okay. All right. Okay. All right. And I presume you'll send me invoice that which I pay with credit card when when I go ahead, right?
Yes,
Okay.
when you let us know that you are ready to go ahead, then we'll raise the invoice. It will
Mhm.
be through PayPal, so you can pay
Okay.
via PayPal, credit, or
Yeah.
debit card.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay. All right. Okay. I mean, yeah. I mean that's easy enough. Yep. And okay. Okay. We'll be in touch Thursday or Friday. Yep.
sure. Have a
Okay.
wonderful evening. Enjoy
Yeah.
your birthday.
Yes.
Wishing you and your wife a wonderful evening tonight,
Okay.
and have a
Okay. Yeah.
great rest of your
Yeah.
day. Bye.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Bye bye.